moving forward. The other
to humanity. We thank you for the President of the Republic of Uganda and visitor of Makerere University, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Tibuhaburwa, and for the key distinguished dignitaries who have...
How did the Africans lag behind? Because fire, they were there. Agriculture, domestication of crops, they were there. Domestication of livestock, they were there. The invention of iron, they were there. But what happened? When the Europeans invented gunpowder, we didn't know about it. For us, we continued with the spears, with the arrows, and so on. Now, as you hear, the Europeans came up to Mombasa, but they couldn't enter. Passes by 1498. The first white man to come to Uganda here, you remember, was Huntington Speke, 1862. This is almost 400 years. When the Europeans are coming, passing. Now, these chiefs here within Africa don't organize themselves to say, we hear there are some people who are coming, let's organize ourselves. No, they are just here full of themselves. And when they come, they capture all these fellows like grasshoppers. Some of them try to fight like cavalry. They can't. They were already, it was already too late. So, who has done that audit of that society? Now, meanwhile, this imbalance between Europe and Africa was not always there, because you have heard that God gave us the mandate, establish dominion over nature. Establishing dominion over nature means really understanding science. That's what it means. Be able to deal with the drought, be able to deal with the diseases, be able to deal with the floods. That's what establishing dominion over nature means in the Bible. And for us, in our NRM, we always teach our people that the primer, I heard somebody talking of socio-economic change. But what is the primer? The primer is the initiator of social change. The primer of social change, socio-economic change, is development of science and technology. When man invented fire, fire was invented 1.5 million years ago. You can imagine, man was here 4.5 million years ago, but fire was invented 3 million years after. Before that, there was no fire. And when fire was invented, it was big. Of course, for us, NRM, we had studied all this. By the time we came, our views were very clear. What I'm telling you is what I was talking about more than 40 years ago when we were in the bush. So we knew that the primer of social change is science and technology. So when we came here, first of all, like the friend from Rwanda is talking of the faculty of food science. I ordered them to start that faculty because it was not there. I said, how can you have a university without it? I told the one who was in charge, was it Chiria or who, to start it, the faculty of food science, and also the faculty of quantitative economics. I insisted on that. And then expanding the other faculties, the Faculty of Medicine, started in Barra University. When I started in Barra University, there was a debate. Why do you start a new one? Where will the doctors go? The doctors are too few. Have you heard of something called WHO? So yes, we have heard about it. What does the WHO tell you? How many doctors do we need per what portion of population? We need one doctor every 500 people. So Uganda now with 43 million people, we should be having 80,000 doctors. But how many do we have now? You total the doctors ever since you started. I don't think they are even, maybe about 5,000. So therefore, I congratulate especially the science faculty. Medicine, they have really, those ones are a little bit in the line of God, of the book of Genesis. Establish dominion over Ebola. That's what Jesus said. Establish dominion over Ebola. Establish dominion over Corona. Establish dominion over all these diseases. So those ones, I congratulate them, they are trying. The other science faculties, they are also trying, because now technology, they have produced our Chira vehicle. Dr. Murango, food science, is busy with the bananas. They are actually trying. The science groups are trying. They are trying. But still, maybe you should help me. When somebody gets a Bachelor of Science in agriculture, the other day I was in Namulonge, and there were, our people were there from here, from Makerere. And there was cotton there. Cotton. I said, what do you get from cotton? They told me textiles. I said, oh, thank you. Cooking oil from the seed. I said, thank you. Of course, you can also get animal feed from the sitting cod cake. I said, I think it was a lady. Maybe she's also here. So I said, and she said, those are the ones I know. Oh. But me, who is a bushman, I know there's something in cotton which I have not mentioned. This is gunpowder. I don't think that person had, I don't know whether he or she is here. I don't think they had ever known that gunpowder, which these people are using to kill us, especially the modern one, is from cotton. So, in the Faculty of Agriculture, was the emphasis grow more cotton, grow more coffee, do it in a better way, and so on? How about value addition? Was it being taught in the Faculty of Agriculture to add value? Because if I train in crops, I should study the whole value chain, fresh, processed, and sub-processed. You audit that. How is it? So therefore, with the science, definitely there is some progress, and that's why I have been pushing it. You remember I said 70% of the scholarships go to science. This has been going on for almost almost 20 years now. Recently, when I insisted on paying better science teachers, there was a big struggle, but I think we are moving. So science, we moved a bit. We are now going to move more decisively, and I would like to convince all of you that really science is the primer of all social change. If you don't deal with science, you may not even exist. You may even disappear from. If you go to Australia now, there are people they call Australians, but those are Europeans who came and found those indigenous people there. They are the main group there. You disappear, or you survive at the mercy of others. And since God gave me this opportunity to be here to talk to lead the country, I will not allow Ugandans to be part of that. That's why I am insisting on science and technology. But coming to the social sciences, that's why I went to Dar es Salaam. The social sciences, because if we are to survive in the modern world, we must deal with two issues. Deal with the issue of prosperity. How will our society be more prosperous? You cannot be prosperous unless you produce more goods and services of all types. Now, the more goods you produce, look at the Japanese. The Japanese don't have natural resources. They don't have oil, they don't have minerals, they don't have what, but they are the third richest country in the world. Why? The Tayawas are the ones making them rich, and the MUSEVENIs. Because if I came here in a Japanese car, I think. These Toyotas, the what, all these clans of Japanese cars, Toyota, Mitsubishi, those are Japanese families or something. That's how Japan is very prosperous. They produce goods, we give them money, and they become rich. So, if production of goods and services can only be realized when you sell what you produce, what is the plan here in Africa? The social scientists should be talking of economists, should be talking of integration, economic integration, because when I produce a good, the more people that buy it, the better. If I produce, people buy, the more they buy, the more prosperous I become. The more prosperous I become, the more people I employ, the more taxes I pay, the more. So if you don't solve the issue of integration, if you don't talk about it as a main point, how shall we build prosperity? United States is a prosperous country because of that big market. China now has come up. India. What is the thinking here in academia, in Africa, in the government, in the bureaucracy? Talking about other things. How about strategic security? How can you ensure security? Like what is going on now in Europe, the wars. The other day, NATO came and attacked Libya, an African country, against the permission, again, without the permission of the African Union. We are just sitting, Libya is in chaos now. For I don't know how long, for how many years now, almost 20 years now. Africa is just here. Now, if you don't deal with prosperity, which you can get through, partly through integration, you don't deal with strategic security, then what are you doing? So I think social science has got a very serious challenge. I had come here the other time, there was somebody called Professor Chirumira. We talked, but we didn't conclude. I would again like to come back and talk, especially the ones of history and the ones of political science. When we were in the university in Dar es Salaam, building modules. Why are you building modules? This is reality here. Assuming, why are you assuming? This is reality, why don't you do it? Huh? You go the whole day until you get tired, assuming this, assuming. So I congratulate Makerere, especially the science branch, the Faculty of Medicine, agriculture, but agriculture they need to tell me why they don't know that there is gunpowder in cotton. The Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Food Science, it has come up, they are doing very well. Chamhangire, Dr. Murangan, all the others, they are doing very well. Those ones are actually doing very well. The ICT, I see them also doing something. So I congratulate those and I encourage them and I want to deepen what they are doing. Social science, Katwogere. Let's get time and talk. Naye, Famaganda tugamba, ekitata muyima, tekikola ki? Ekitata muyima? The proverb is that if a muhima doesn't die, even if the cows die, he will get new ones. So since Makerere has survived 100 years, what has not been done will be done. Thank you very much.
Shall depart. And then, ladies and gentlemen, there is no celebration in Africa that goes without it. So please join me. The principles of those places at Makerere University that I headed by principals. So members, but the chairpersons of the committees of the council, please move towards the dais where the happens to be between here and God.